Hey guys, it's the Teacher's Click, and today I want to give you some little bit of advice from a veteran teacher to a younger teacher about social media. Now, in no way am I perfect at all. Nope, I'm not. And I would not even claim to be a perfect person at all, or a perfect teacher, or a perfect anything, because it's not me. That's not who I am. That's not who anybody is. But I have learned a few things and seen a lot of stuff over the last 20 years being in the classroom. And it's evolved, and especially on the grounds of social media. And I'm so glad when I first started out, or when I was a teenager, we did not have social media. Thank the Lord, because it would not have been good. So, FYI, this is just from me to the young teachers. Now, you hear all the time, perception is reality. Perception is reality. Is it really? Well, sometimes, a lot of times, no. But in other people's opinions, in other people's minds, it can be. It can be their reality about you, even if it's not true. But if you put stuff on social media yourself, you posted it, and somebody else didn't post it. You posted it. You are 100% responsible for that content. Teacher, anything. I say teacher. Teachers are people. I know that. I come from a long line of teachers, administrators, but I also know that young people and other people look up to us. So, with that being said, whatever you put out there, you have to be careful with it. Here's a couple of examples. Let's say let's call him Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark. So Mr. Clark posts a video on his social media of him on spring break with some of his buddies, and he's at a bar doing a body shot off of the bartender. Well, then Mr. Clark titles his little caption underneath his social media post, "Hanging out and doing shots with Mr. Clark." Nope, not a good look. Now, let me say, I'm not saying that Mr. Clark can't drink and can't have fun. I'm not even saying Mr. Clark can't do body shots off the bartender while he's on spring break. That's fine. That's his life. That's how he wants to live it. That's fine. Here's where the issue comes in. You are posting that to your social media that you're sharing with all these people. And they can save that social media post. Even if you delete it, if you wake up the next morning and think, "Oh, I'm such an idiot. I was so drunk last night and I posted that video and I shouldn't have posted it. So I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna take it down." Never happened, never happened. Well, it did happen. And Susie's aunt recorded it. And so Susie's aunt has it. So who all's got it now? Because Susie's aunt sent it to Susie's mama, and Susie saw it, so Susie got it, so Susie sent it to all her friends. Well, guess what? Your 5th period class all saw you taking body shots off of a bartender. So whose fault is that? It's still your fault. Now, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't have done it. Whatever. You do you, boo. Have fun. But why record that and put it out there? I'm not saying you shouldn't drink, but why record that? Here's another example. Let's say Miss B. Okay, so Miss B, she teaches math. And on Friday afternoon, her and 5 of the other teachers from school decided they're going to go to the TGI Fridays and have margaritas and appetizers. They've had a hard week. They're griping about their principal, let's say, because that happens. It happens. So they're griping about their principal because they don't like the new no jeans policy she put in on them. So they're having a fit. So they're going to take their frustrations out at TGI Fridays, having a margarita, eating cheese dip. So they're around, having margarita, they start laughing, they're having a good time. One of them says, "Let's take a picture." Okay, because Jenny didn't get to come because she had to go to her kid's basketball game. So they all gather around and they like have their margaritas and they hold up like, hey Jenny, wish you were here, and stuff like that, and they post it. I'm okay with that. Here's why I'm okay with that. You're not sitting there slamming your margarita. That would be different. Let's say you're chugging your margarita and Betty is recording you and Miss B's just chugging it down and like, whoa, margarita. Yeah, that's not a good look. But just having a drink in front of you or having a drink around you, there's nothing wrong with that. If teacher wants to partake in alcohol, that is fine. That's your prerogative. Just don't put it out there to the point where it makes you look irresponsible. Because as a teacher, it is your responsibility to be responsible. But you can still have fun. You can do you. You can drink 8 margaritas. Just don't post yourself drinking 8 margaritas and laying down beside the science teacher in the parking lot on the curb. A new thing, dating apps. Now, there's nothing wrong with dating apps. I've had like 4 people in my family meet their husband or wife through dating apps. It's the way of the world these days. It's how people meet up. I mean, I get it. It's out there. It's what's happening. But you need to be prepared for something. There's tons of times where people are getting catfished on these apps. And I've also heard of at least 3 incidences where a student or a group of students catfished a certain teacher. They might not like this teacher, or they may have heard Miss Ellie is on, whatever dating app, is on said dating app. And so they create an account of this good looking guy named Ken. And really it's Tara, Emily, and Emma from 8th grade. And so Ken is going to meet up with Miss Ellie, but before that, they start talking and really like smoozing away and can't wait to meet you, and he's all gorgeous, all these pictures they send, and hey, can I have a picture of you? Maybe with not all those clothes on. And then Miss Ellie, thinking that she's getting this hot guy, is like, well, maybe one, it won't hurt. So she sends it, being stupid, because it's stupid. It's never a good idea, ever, 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 underline, ever a good idea to send a naked picture of yourself. Ever, ever, ever. Don't do it. Anymore, like I said before, anything can be screenshot, saved, sent. You would end up all over the place. You hear all the time about people breaking up with people and sending their nudes out to everybody. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, ran over. But on these dating apps, please be careful. If you have to see this person like in different scenarios, different pictures to where you can tell it's a real person, and you meet up with them in a public place, just be careful. It can be extremely hurtful to get catfish like this, and I could not imagine the embarrassment it would cause. But think about if your whole school, which these 3 incidents I'm thinking of, this pictures got out of this teacher and shared around the whole school. The teacher had to quit. She moved states. And one teacher, the one I know personally, moved states because of this. And she quit teaching altogether because she made a stupid decision. It happens a lot. 2 of the other 2 things were male teachers that were both married. Again, use your head. Be smart. Be smart. This is not just for teachers. This is for everybody in life. Just be smart. Social media can be a crazy thing. Just be smart with it. So I said that to say this. If you have anything else, any tips for young teachers just starting out, please be careful and be smart and use your head. That's my main tip. Just be smart, please. Please. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just be smart. Bye, guys.